So I posted this poll, and I was asking how many days per month is the moon visible in the sky at the same time that the sun is in the sky? And a lot of the answers said the lower numbers, the 7, the 10, and the 18-day options that I gave. But let's think about this. When the sun is in the sky, the glare of the sun is about 20 degrees wide. Due to this, let's say that the moon is not visible when it is in the glare of the sun. And depending on the phase of the moon, depending on how big the moon actually is after or before the new moon, sometimes you can't even see it when it's just crossed the edge of the sun's glare. The moon moves about 13 degrees per day counterclockwise around the Earth. So if we add all that up, we find that with that 20 degree, and let's expand that a little bit, that 20 degree radius around the sun, there's at least 2 days in there when it's not visible, and the same thing on the other side, about 2 days where it's not visible, and then at the new moon phase, it is not visible. So we're knocking off 5 days right from that tally. So let's go to 31 days per month, knock off 5, and we're left to 26. But then I'm just gonna take a little bit of a liberty here, and I'm going to talk about the full moon. The full moon, more or less, rises at the same time that the sun is going below the horizon, and in the next morning the full moon is setting more or less at the same time that the sun is rising above the horizon. So for the purposes of all these calculations, we're going to say that on the full moon, the sun and the moon are not in the sky at the same time, and if they are, it's extremely brief window that they line up together. So that 26 number goes down to 25. You're hearing that correctly. There are 25 days of every single month where the moon is somewhere above your head during daylight hours. Not kidding about that. The moon and the sun are in the sky together nearly every single day, to a point where we can physically see the moon up in the sky. The only days where you can't really see it is during that window where it's in the glare of the sun, or during the full moon, just for technical purposes. Every single other day, the moon is in the sky before the sun goes down, or it's still up when the sun returns the next morning. Right now, the moon is in its third quarter phase, which means it's about 1 week past the full moon and about 1 week until the new moon. So when you wake up in the morning, go outside and look kind of straight up at sunrise, or start looking backward toward the sun over the next several days, and you'll see the moon somewhere out there. Not many people know that you can see the moon when there's a blue sky behind it. You think about the moon as being a nighttime object. But as we just discussed, it's out during the sunlight hours every single day, except for those 6 days that I talked about. And even the full moon, I'm only using that as a technicality. There's a lot more that we could talk about the moon, about how it moves even every hour to hour. The moon shifts through the sky, and it is very easy to actually see the motion of the moon during that time. So the next time you hear someone say that they don't remember the moon ever being out when the sun was out or inside a blue sky, send them back to me. Because as we now know, the moon is out during sunlight hours almost every single day of the month, to a point where you can see it in the sky.